intentionally. I'm stuck here with you 180 days a year. I want to see some drama. That's funny. Good God. Baba, what you want, fam? Customer, I need our wife. Look. Now that is a transformation. What the fuck just happened? Wow. What the fuck just happened? Really? Wow. Mom, delete that.
I can't.
Why not?
Because it's streaming.
Really?
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments
It's funny
ago,
because it just keeps repeating back and forth. It's one of those. It's so funny.
Their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
What can I do here? Something like that in here.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Demario Davis. Not drop. Takes him down for a loss of 9.
No, watch it. You need to go get my stuff banned.
Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first.
No, because it's like copyright issues. It's not
very long.
So be careful what you listen to.
From the gun, Murray flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll take it at the 42. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
No way, you're so stupid. Yeah.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Rudolph. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. No, check.
1st and 10. Murray. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Excellent work that time to get free. And for his exploits, he's going to be... Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
44 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. And Denver getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Here's Rudolph. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. Here's the option going left on 2nd down, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray powers ahead at the 45. The open man is short. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
Throwing on 1st down, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And a throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Rudolph on first down. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On second down, here's Rudolph. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Set. 319.
Throwing again. Murray will get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Here's Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Again, it's Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Rudolph with third and goal. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because
do we have like an old USB drive?
It's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out come the Jags. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
The drive will start with an option going left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Detroit! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On third down, Murray. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Gun! 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 Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. His throw incomplete.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
3-19.
They'll start out here with the option left. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun. Murray flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Joanna.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, Rudolph.
Ooh.
Here's one incomplete.
Wow.
Coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And his throw here is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
What the hell?
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Second and 10, Rudolph again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Oops, what did I do?
Looking at, they just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will story. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. A final shot before break. Murray, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Rudolph on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey. 4 down. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Amen.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, Stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an... This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray is going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake.
What the hell is this?
And this is caught. And a fake will work. He's going to have a first
Are you
down.
serious?
A big breakdown defense. Huge play and a first down.
Sim League, yo. Duh.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Rudolph now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. Boom.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Here's Murray. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray now. Shark's got it left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Back to the air on second down. Murray, he's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Murray. It's caught, Shepard. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Murray flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now it's Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offense. This entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. first throw here for the backup Taylor. Looking deep down. And got his man. Complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Now Taylor. He'll be brought down by the...
Flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll go with a ground attack here. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without.
And he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, good move. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line's wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st and 10, Murray being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adam Gotsis in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. is a give to Fournette. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Gone, 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 gone.
To throw on third down. Murray, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. And that is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Gone, 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 gone.
On 3rd down, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Check like 21, like 21, check like 21. You don't want none of that. Pick up the ball.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
You got ideas of trying to wear that shit.
What?
Because you got in your mind you might want to try to wear that.
Yeah. Why not? It's a black event, right? You need black? It ain't black enough. Gotta look right.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard.
Do we have to wear black now?
Yeah.
Look at this green. Look at this emerald.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, when you've got a kicker out there who's already missed twice, he definitely would rather have about a 30-yarder rather than one from a neighboring county.
Can we agree to just give him a pass on that one? It would have definitely been a way to turn his mood around, but instead, it's a 3rd miss and another scoreless possession.
MCM backpack, Louis V backpack.
Fold it down, baby.
Huh?
Fold it down.
Nah, you need me to fold it down. The whole time you had it open. You need to fold it down. Fold it down, dude.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Denver, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
You got the measurement tape?
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You want armpit to armpit. Armpit to armpit. Shoulder to shoulder. Neck to shoulder. Seam. What's that going to tell you?
Neck to shoulder.
Neck to the seam. Shoulder seam down to cuff.
The cuff of the...
Yeah, so I guess he means to the end
the
of
wrist.
it. Yeah, to the end of the wrist.
Good.
And then
He's fine. This is...
neck to bottom hem at back. So from the back all the way to the bottom of the coat. I'll wear a different coat on the way out of here.
Neck to bottom hem at the back of it.
Yeah, so from the bottom, so where the collar starts, all the way down to the back, to the bottom of the jacket. Thank you very much.
He's fine. This is he's on the side.
That's all right. I got it for 40, it's not for 200.
Sell it for way more than that. He's not a regular person. He knows.
Well, I do access that, so. We get that a lot. No, outside. Yeah, shoulder inside?
This is not a shoulder. This is an armpit.
Armpit, but hold on. I think you do it when it's closed. If you open it, then it changes the size of it.
It goes around your back?
No.
Under your arms?
Do me a favor, could you measure armpit to armpit across the chest with the jacket closed? If it's the same thing? Same size? I think I'm not big.
Here? Because this is your neck here to
Yeah,
here.
I guess so. But I was thinking from here to here, neck to shoulder. It's a seam though, right? So I guess it's that line. There's a line there, right? Probably looking for a client.
Shoulder seam down to cuff. But which one? This one or this
It
one?
doesn't matter. Shoulder seam. This is a shoulder seam, yeah.
Neck